My top 3. I'll let you guys go first and then I'll do last. What do you think would be?
Yeah, like Wanni, Kellyrae, and Victoria.
You?
I think I agree with you. Wanni, Kellyrae, and Victoria.
I would rather Wanni, Kassia, and Victoria.
Subscribe for your girl, because Ozee said Kassia's beef with her sister, she took a stand supporting her sis, but she also had it at the back of her mind that Kassia might have heard wrong. But when Ebuka came in and Kassia is moving from I heard to I felt, that was when she was like, Mama Mia, Kassia is lying. But this video, we talked about it over and over again, so we're leaving them to go watch and analyze what was said and what was not said. Hello, welcome to Vampire J. Thank you so much for clicking. Now, one or two much. Wanni X and they looking pimping white. Which one would you prefer on them for pool party? Toke in an interview with her guest went like, when she went to Biggie's house and was all over Sean, maybe Sean is thinking that the show is about him, and boy is raising shoulders. Boy was even lashing out at Biggie and refusing to heed to instructions. The guests feel like that behavior he's been exhibiting a few days ago is something that when he gets power, he will do. And it had nothing to do with Toke going there. It had gotten to do with Toke's action revealing what Sean can do if he gets to win the show. Now, you have them also talking about who deems fit to be in the finals. Toke would prefer all girls finals. Wanni, Victoria, Kassia. You have the guests preferring Wanni, Kellyrae, and Victoria, and you have her saying that no, why should Kellyrae be in it? What does he do on the show? He does nothing. And Ozee even offers more on the show than Kellyrae. And you have the guest saying that what does Ozee also do? Ozee is just playing the strategy of being two women, like a man for two women. And that is an old strategy everybody is used to. But with Kellyrae, his story is even told by the housemate. Like, Kelly, do you want to marry? Why, you know, with this girl, the back and forth housemate have consistently followed Kellyrae's story in the house and out of the house. And for that alone, he deserves to be in the finals and fight for the win. She bets to differ, and even the guests they're also talking about beauty, and she says that Victoria versus Nelly, Victoria is hands down the most beautiful girl, and you have them saying, why will you say so? And she's like, look at her. She commands a certain aura. Then they are like, okay, talk about the aura, but don't talk about being beautiful, because you've seen Victoria on camera, how she looks, and the Victoria we see off camera, how she looks. But she's defending, saying that regardless, Victoria is the most beautiful girl on the show, especially when you're comparing her with Nelly. It's a new day in Biggie's house. Yeah, you have housemate going for morning exercise, and Wahala begins. Though Nelly and Suge share the bed, it's a new day to far want to know what really happened between himself and Victoria. Like, fill me in, bro. What's up? Then he's like, I just they come up my hand for that baby in body. Then all of a sudden Nelly they see me, so I don't change them. I come out the hand they go. I do not want it to be like I want her seeing like I'm rubbing what I'm doing on her face. Tofa began to laugh and went like, so it did really happen? Mamia, then why did you change? You were not supposed to come out your hand. You should have had it there, because that action, it's still there on her mind. So we all had analysis. I was even thinking that what was it that got Nelly alarmed? So it means that boy might have tagged Victoria in a way. My best bet was he was hanging his hands around her neck, though it did not show, because it was so quick that he raised two hands up. I was even surprised. Why do you have your hands up? So it's either he had dropped the hand around the neck and might have dropped it closer to her. Maybe her front, the boobs, I do not know. Because Kayode shown there's Kellyrae. Then the next thing Kayode showed us Nelly going closer to the microwave. So Nelly saw what she saw. According to her, she's just surprised. Boy had to act saint and put those two hands up. If you were not doing anything wrong, why raise your hands all of a sudden when you were not supposed to? Anyway, these housemates, they are not in some kumbaya camp where they're doing hallelujah, praise the Lord. All these people are gamers, are gone. They aren't playing. You snooze, you lose. So let's watch them enjoy their game. Kellyrae is awake. He's in the kitchen. He's dancing. He's singing. He's making sure that the bottles that are used are really empty. Right about that time, you have Onyeka in the kitchen, in the garden, also dancing. Conversation between Wanni and Dee. Wanni is very pissed off with that Kellyrae, saying that guy is very disrespectful. Imagine giving her one chicken and telling her to share with Sean when everybody got one. I was waiting for Handy to say no. Then maybe you were drunk. We were giving one. She was also doing the kumbaya thing with her. That was when I knew that these people, they're creating content. It's gonna be a long weekend. I'm thinking this is deliberate from Wanni X and Dee, because after talking bad mouth and Kellyrae, they move on to Kassia. And Dee is using the washroom, and it is how Onyeka joins in and they begin to talk about Kassia, saying that Kassia is been body shaming them. I kind of felt one person should even call out the other that no, she did not body shame me, but the two were on it. So Onyeka wanted to find out what did Kassia actually say. Then she said that girl had audacity to tell me that do I feel comfortable with my belly size? Imagine, if I'm not comfortable, who is she to tell me that? Then you have Onyeka being like, that one, that girl, Imagine I thought she was even your friend and she's saying this to you. Then when nobody is there, God forbid, the kind of thing she will even be saying. She's a real gossip. She gossips a lot with her friend. I'm like, no, Kassia does not gossip. Just thank your stars that her conversation with her man came out. Gossip about you for real. From the start of this show until this kumbaya with the parrot, Kassia has not talked about anybody unless she's looking at you in the face. When she talked about the meat issue, it was Victoria bringing it up. And she's saying that when you saw Sean with more meat, why didn't you talk? Then Victoria now went like, I do not want to talk about it. This is just meat. Then Kassia is like, I will confront her. Then Victoria is like, let it go. Then she went like, then I will tell TJ. But later she even went in to talk to her about it. So I do not see why this is becoming a problem, but it is very simple. These housemates, they are very smart. It is a strategy of when you sense somebody should not be here and the person is there, it means the person is doing something right. So you either fish out and do more to better yourself than the person, or you do campaign. Like you do campaign, you do things to make the person lose favor. So they just woke up, because how can you tell me that how Wanni perceives things and they perceive it the same way? How? Then Onyeka is also there. Hey, I like it. Matter chop out. So from locker room to toilet space, now they carry it to the lounge, the garden. And normally, when you bring matter like this to Sean, he will be interested in doing the kumbaya with you. And this is Kellyrae's matter, his favorite person. Kellyrae Kassia, that matter will be sweet though, but he went like, you don't remember he gave you meat? He gave you chicken one, then he brought one for me, I shared with you. Girl is like, no, that was not chicken. Boy is like, that was chicken. You had taken your beef earlier. So, but the honest truth is she did not even take 1.5 chicken. She took another chicken with Handy, Anita, and Onyeka. So she had 2.5 for chicken and later the beef, because the beef had beef stick in it. Anyway, so that was it. And she was still fuming. She was talking about how that Kellyrae boy, they act like the boyfriend of Kassia and cooking for her and doing all those things for somebody's girlfriend. I'm like, you guys play tired and Wanni, I understand you. Because how can somebody be doing this for somebody unless it is the wife? And that is what you don't know. Very soon it will make sense. Anyway, so that was how they quite rounded up. But in the midst of all these situations, you have them going to the kitchen again and bringing it up bit by bit. Kassia walked into the kitchen. Kellyrae walked into the kitchen. My best bet, one of them might have heard it. But Wanni X and Dee decided to keep quiet about it. And they also did what they wanted to do. And they left the kitchen. Kassia is in the sofa. It is how calm she is. More like, is she scheming or she heard it and does not want to fight because her man might have cautioned her. With one strike, when you get 2, the probability of you getting 3 and getting out is high. So she just maintains tease. Wahala.
Is not evil or malicious like Onyeka has claimed. She's just a messy housewife that likes chaos. Why everybody gonna tell you that men will stain your wife?
a gossip or a short demon, though sometimes she lies to her man on one or two things. It is normal with human beings. But to say Kassia likes chaos too, I agree. She likes chaos. But is Kassia a messy housewife? That was too extreme, and I beg to differ. Somebody who Ben, Sean, Ozee, OC, they all feel she's that strict kind person, a woman who does not mess around. Because we see all these girls, how they roaming in the house. They form steez, but they are all over and people are touching them in doing a lot of things. But to these housemates, they think Kassia is not dating, though Kassia likes Kelly and vice versa. But nobody has approached her to even think of touching her inappropriately, like they're doing with other girls. So how is Kassia a messy housewife? I do not support that. In the comment section, let it make sense if Kassia is a messy housewife. Because of Wanni's situation with Kassia and Kellyrae, you have Wanni fans saying that a cheat will always be a cheat and bring in picture of Handi and Kelly. Though that one, as a time, we do not know where showman's got it from. You have Kelly fans saying that, hey, it takes one to know one. Oh. Wanni stood on national television saying that her dad sleeps with her mom's sister, only to later say she was joking. You cannot joke with your parents like this. So Kelly is learning from the best teacher. On and on, they were dragging Kassia, saying her knees are darkened and her knuckles are dark and blah, blah. People are like, okay, well, Kassia's family are fair. And the fact that you are fair does not mean you cannot have dark knuckles. Anyway, they were also ready to let them know that, okay, your faves, they've been using them our fingers and chucking them our own body. So, in bedrooms, in living rooms, in the kitchen, everywhere, them our hands, they be busy. So the back and forth of it is what is going on socials. They're showing weird faces of Kassia and they are also showing some of Wanni x Handi. Now there's Handi fans coming and being like, if the matter was about Wanni, why draw Handi in? Then people are like, you did not see why they were dragging Kelly, saying that Kelly is a cheat. So we will give it to her too. Anyway, you have Biggie bringing whipped cream, freezing housemates and pouring it on their faces. Yeesh. Tofeso, now wow, he don't lose tea straight up. Look at what they did to Nelly after taking a shower, mama mia. Sue you once more. He don't open his mouth already, more like pour it in. You have TJ also busy with his hand, picking it from the pillows and sipping it in his mouth. Housemates are out with their rehearsals. Yes, they are rehearsing. I like Victoria and Tofa on the red carpet welcoming people who are coming to watch the movie and the directors and everything. I liked Anita as a host, but I think Anita is not funny. So it would have been good that they added Kellyrae. That guy has composure. He has a good command of English and he's jovial. So he could have paired and also make the hosting quite funny. I don't know whether the problem is Kelly not telling them what he can do, or he says it and they refuse, or they just look down on him. Because many a times some of these people they use for hosting jobs, they are just not there. And Kelly has a very good command of the mic, very good command of the English language. And funny. So now on the red carpet, Anita comes in to be interviewed by Tofa. Now only to go like me, I have not rehearsed this part till later. So boy looked at those in the queue and went like, when you people are coming, be very serious here. We cannot come and you've forgotten your line only for us to go back. It means we did not rehearse. And she found it offensive. Right about that time, boy had to even say sorry repeatedly. She had frowned. I'm like, what is there to frown? This is business. So they go back to the house. She's forming big boss and boys apologizing repeatedly on national television. Now I'm like, how does this relationship work this way? It is okay, let him falter, then he will apologize. But what did he do to every second? Then let them go out. Then she will know that the boy is 24. That is how I know that though I'm not God, this relationship ain't going anywhere. Your take on today's video. Adios.